All right, guys, this is something a little bit new that I'm developing. It's for making shoes for my little skateboarder. So here's kind of the end result that will eventually be attached to his body. But what you can see here is I got my yarn needle, which is cool. Got my little piece of popsicle stick that I've kind of shaved down and cut the edges off of with a knife. Got to do some carving when you do some knitting. And it's going to be the kind of base platform for the shoe. That's the sole of the shoe, and this is the inside. So in an attempt to, minimize the amount of tail end weaving, I picked up the stitches along the edge with the working yarn. I didn't cut a piece or anything. This is the original tail here of one from casting on. So it's fun doing this when you're looking through a camera. But anyway, I'm gonna feed it in, as you all know how to do. Pardon me, I have to take it out of the camera here for a second. The old lick the end of it here. Okay, anyway, so as we're going along, bloop, 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 blap. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little piece here, and I am going to place it inside the shoe here. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is so that when we stuff it, it doesn't bulge, but it stays flat, and especially also because this will have Velcro taped to the bottom of it, so we want it to be nice and good. And the beauty is we have this yarn tail here, and we got to weave it anyway, so let's be smart. Well, I say smart, let's first get rid of the working yarn here. Let's just get it out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Again, a lot of the stuff I do and I'm showing you guys how to do is a little finicky, but if you just sort of stick with it, be a little patient, good things happen. Anyway, so I kind of press it flat, and I'm just basically going to essentially strap it in. It doesn't really matter where you punch it down because the bottom of the sole isn't really visible, so who cares. But I am going to... This is the first one here, and the goals will do. Oh crap! See, I missed the mark. Even me, Mr. Expert up in here. That doesn't matter. I'll catch on the next one. Okay, so the idea is here. I'll even go back the way I came out with that. I can restart. In golf, they call it a mulligan. I am not a golfer, but there you have it. So I'm gonna go maybe further down here. And I'm sure once you see it, you'll see what I mean. But I'm like, imagine, strapping a piece of wood to a roof rack or something on a car. Oh, it's still missing. Look at that. Look at that. Just catching the edge. Okay, well, that'll do for now. So I'm going to pull up here. Yoinky Rooney. And there you go. Now I got a good one. Boom. Yes. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to try and do a couple here because why not keep it nice and snug. Snug as a bug, snails and whales, all kinds of good stuff. Ooh. And I am actually pulling pretty hard. I know they say to knit loosely, but in this case, I'm going to give it a rock good bam, 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 bam. Okay, sweet. So that'll do for now. There you go, sweet. You can always do a little extra, but the main deal, as long as it's there, once we add a little stuffing or once we add the shoe part into it, it's going to hold it down nicely. And then maybe one more. One ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them, or whatever that book is. Shloop. And you can see I cut it narrower than the actual sole so that we can have room to strap it down, so to speak, right? Oops. And one more. And sorry, this yarn I'm using is not super forgiving, but that's okay. There you go. One more time. We're going to celebrate. Bam. That's it. Nice. Now we got ourselves a solid base from which to continue our operation. So enjoy. Have fun with that. See, it's a little finicky, but then once you keep knitting around it, eventually you're going to end up with a nice shoe. Here we go. I'll show you the other one. And this is going to be the nice base here. We'll sew on some Velcro, and then we'll eventually attach it to the party dude over here, and then we'll have a nice skateboarder. Rock and roll!